How you all doing, boys and girls? So as it is 2020, the most amazing year of the century so far, I'm going to be talking about the best 50cc motorcycles to buy in 2020. Number 3. So at number 3 is the LEXMOTO Hunter 50cc. And at a starting price of just over £1,000, that is exactly why I entered this into the top 3, because it is a bargain price and for what you're getting is a decent bike. So this bike comes in just over £1,000, and that is exactly why I entered it into the top 3 of the 50cc motorcycles of 2020. It is a bargain bike, and what you are getting is just the basics of what a bike will give you. Now it does have a fuel gauge, it does have a 5-gear indicator so that you can tell what gear you're in, as well as having LED headlights, which I think every bike in 2020 now has. But still, as a young rider and starting out, that is a very handy thing to have, is a gear indicator and also a fuel gauge. So the top speed of this bike is just over 45 kilometers per hour, which equates to 23 miles per hour, which isn't too bad, but it's not the best. It also has a 4-speed gearbox. It is a single cylinder engine and is air cooled. Now the looks of this bike does look like it comes from the early 2000s. Now that's not a bad thing, it's still a nice looking bike and it will still get you where you want to go. And if you're looking for something more in the budget range, then this is definitely the bike for you. Number 2. So at number 2 is the MASH 50. And it does come in a couple of different colours and ranges, from the MASH 50 to the MASH Dirt Track. Both are nice looking bikes, and I really do mean that. They do look absolutely fantastic. Now the MASH is a French motorcycle but built in China. Now the MASH 50 has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour, ironically, and in miles per hour that equates to 31 miles per hour. So it is a little bit faster than the LEXMOTO. Now this bike, as far as I can tell, doesn't have a gear indicator, nor does it have a fuel tank gauge, so that is something to look out for. And as a new rider, I really do suggest people get that, because it is quite important. I remember the amount of times where I've run out of petrol because I had no idea how to gauge my fuel, and it was very embarrassing rolling it all the way to the nearest petrol station. Now, like most 50cc engines, it does have a 4-speed gearbox, and in my personal opinion, if I was getting a 50cc now, then this would be the bike for me, but that would just be me. So that is why I'm not choosing this as my first option, because realistically you want to know what is the best 50cc bike to own. Number 1. Okay, so at number 1 is the Aprilia RS50, and come on guys, just look at this bike. Look at this bike. It is a fantastic looking bike for a 50cc, but that comes with a cost, and that cost is over £4,000. Yes, you heard me, £4,000. So if you really do have the money to spend and you're looking for the ultimate 50cc motorcycle, then it has got to be the RS. With a top speed of over 50 kilometers per hour, which equates to around about 30 miles per hour, the RS50 has always been renowned for its top speed. Unfortunately, they are a lot slower now because they've been restricted because of the whole European laws and regulations that now apply to motorcycles. But if you were to get a model from 1997, then these bikes at 50cc will exceed 65 miles per hour, which is a fantastic and absolutely crazy speed for a 50cc motorcycle. So that is why this is at number 1 on my 50cc list of 2020. It's just because it has a fantastic pedigree, and it also is just an amazing looking, sounding and feeling bike, and is one of the very few two-stroke 50cc motorcycles now produced in 2020. But out of everything, what I have to suggest to you guys, if you are looking for your first motorcycle and it's going to be a 50cc, then get out there, look at bikes, go and sit on them, get a feel for them, and see how it actually feels for you, because at the end of the day, I believe motorcycles are very personal, and what I might say, this random guy on YouTube, might not be for you, and you're gonna have to get out there and just try it for yourselves. Anyway, I hope you've liked this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and also smash that bell button because it'll help me out so much, and I'll see you again very soon.